Okay, and welcome to a new spoiler episode. Because we're inside the Forges of Tham Mirdain using a little bit of, a little bit of magic.
Yeah. Book 1, Volume 1, Book 14.
Final
Spoilers.
chapter. Yeah. Yeah, there is an elf. He looks injured.
Injured elf. Oh, he has collapsed.
He's dead. Ripped.
Oh, moving on.
He's gravely wounded.
There are orcs. Orcs are bad.
Wait, what? You moron.
Spoilers, the orcs will die.
You just pulled two
Wow,
roots.
you've pulled so much.
It'll be fine. We're like inspired by greatness.
Well, we may be inspired, so we have more HP than normal, we do more damage than normal, but we are still mortal.
We are not mortal. We are immortal.
Yeah, fine. I'm sick of you moving all the mobs around. Get it,
Yeah, I was getting annoyed by that as well.
Oh, tank them better than.
I'm tanking the pull that I did. But your pull well.
I'm cutting them in a circle, and it's a small circle.
That's very awkward because that means we have to spin around on our keyboards and it gets confusing.
There we go. You have found the aged manual of ring law, which is for my ring law deed that keeps resetting.
No. Well, there's another ring law deed as well, but yeah. And that you'll find.
So we don't actually have to fight these guys. A lot of them. We can just pretty much bullshit around the sides.
There's something. Is it? No. Orcs? I don't know. Might be orcs at Tham Mirdain. Either way.
There's definitely Angmarin. I remember that.
There's Angmar. Yeah, that can only be done here because he's the only Angmar in Tham Mirdain instances. I feel like these can do something. Yeah, defeat many orcs in Tham Mirdain, and then they can drop the recipes as well. Not recipes. There's a bunch of 4-page drops in here as well. Ring lore of Tham Mirdain, but yeah.
Got a group coming in there.
We are making friends and killing them.
This is how you usually go around in life.
Yeah.
If that's what you do to your friends, pal, I'd be a bit concerned.
Aged manual of ring lore. The scouts summon more mobs as well for the note, so.
This days. 30-second days.
Yep. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's what Cry of the Hunt is for.
Yeah, I didn't realise it'd be 30 seconds.
Okay, so if we make our way somewhat northwards to that ruins over there.
What, you mean? The big door here is not enough for you?
Yes. Because we have to defeat the door warden, who is over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Rather than using your advanced knowledge of the game.
Why is the door warden not at the door?
Because he's not, alright? He's gone on tea break. Good. More bodies for the poil.
He does seem to have murdered a few half-orcs.
Yeah, they're on his team.
He was hungry.
Saruman's trash. He does have quite a bit of health, but bear in mind we are inspired greatness, so that's
So
probably less than the normal
damage,
boss.
blah blah blah.
Why is this a 6-man instance, is it?
Technically. But because we're free man, we kind of get buffed proportionally for each of it.
This only applies because it's an epic instance, not because. So
Yeah.
if you tried to do a 6-man normal instance, you would not get that that buff if you went in undermanned.
Oh, you moved it.
Red.
No. I was going to go fill in the one that was left, and then someone changed colour, and I just got confused as to what was needed.
Well, it was yellow. Then you put yellow. I put red because I just wanted pure damage. Then you put the red, and then it was just like, well, it's pointless. So I've tried to change it to green. So I've got red, green, blue, yellow, green, blue, red. Yeah, you know what I mean.
But the good thing about inspired greatness is it's like pretty much almost impossible to die. The only problem with Inspired Greatness is if you're trying to do an escort NPC quest. And if you're trying to do that solo, it can be a bit of a pain in the backside. And to be honest, I think I'm pretty much going to go full war speech. Why not?
Well, that said, I've only got increased melee. I'm only reduced damage income on it by 15%. It's not a massive amount,
Right.
but the increased pool and things like that does help, obviously.
Gentlemen, it's every man for himself now as far as healing's concerned.
Excellent. I'll stop pressing the top button.
Cool. Death awaits you. No, it awaits you, matey. We're gonna get a CJ off. He's dying that quick.
Or dead things. And through the instant. Now, this is actually Tham Mirdain itself. The forge itself is Tham Mirdain.
So the power folk are pretty much harmless until they summon a guy like that. They're mostly passive, to be honest, so you can pretty much leave them.
I must warn the others. Yes, fetch the rest of your team. I'll wait.
Okay, scholars from Angmar, there you go. That's the Angmar Slayer.
And it is discipline. I'm right. I enjoy being right. Discipline is good.
For a champion, yes.
Oh. And for a captain and a Bjorn.
Well, and all the other
and a
main
guardian.
classes, but as a champion main,
And all the other
especially like it.
Yes, it is very tasty. It's not just the might.
Summon
though,
the
it's
iron
fact
cannon.
It's not just the might, it's the fact it gives resistance and physical mitigation. It's just all round good stats that you want, yeah?
Okay, so I think we're going this one, and then it's a right turn next.
No. We are clearing all the animals.
We're
They
doing,
must all
yeah,
die.
I know, but you can clear everything in this room, but we have to go right.
All of them. They must all die.
And the women! And the children, too! Oh
You
wait,
can't
they're just
tell
power
Angmar.
folk.
You can't tell an Angmar woman from a bloody, what do you call it? We had this problem in bloody Forakel.
They were flat-chested.
Look, she had her tits out and everything, and you couldn't tell. Look, this one's got her tits out as well.
Look, I can't see thanks to all the ion cannon vision that's coming down from the sky. Yellow.
You ain't got no chance, man. Ages away from that CJ target. Plus, I started my own CJ. If she wants to reforge some kind of like lesser ring, just go with it.
You have found the torn manual of ring lore.
There's a dusty manual over there on the floor.
I have aggroed everything.
Okay, we have fun with that. I'm going to peruse the dusty manual.
Cool.
It's
I'm sorry,
interesting.
I only pulled one man.
Yeah,
That's fine.
it's Elvish porn.
Elvish porn.
Yeah.
It's just been discarded here. There we go. Oh, what have I pulled now? God damn it. It's porn of the First Age. Vintage.
That's what was in the library at Tham Mirdain. Most of it was carried away by Elrond Half-Elven.
Some of the pages have stuck together, so you're going to have to explore different areas of Middle-earth, finding pages to put back into this manual. If it's a porn manual, what is it? What is it
What, you want-
tutorializing?
What, you want to call it like the Kama Sutra now? Which obviously is, well noted for being what people like to think of as a sexual manual, even though it explores many other concepts of it.
It's only like, I don't know, like 10% of it is actually sex related or something, isn't it? It's like it covers like so many other,
It basically covers like
lifestyle
the
things.
whole spectrum of marriage, yeah,
pretty much.
of which sex is but one part. Give me a minute, I need to catch my breath.
Now,
Yeah.
dump. engage. I just can't. Every time I hear the word engage now, it's just like Patrick Stewart, Elrond,
Stewart.
Mount Doom. Engage.
Alright.
It's all Benji's fault. Oh dear.
Don't blame the hunter.
Alright. Now that statue area will give us lots and lots of dread, but there's a funky picture up there.
Yeah, it's
I very
nice,
nearly one-shotted that guy.
It's a very
There
nice
is
mural
a rotten manual at the back.
depicting
need.
something well rather important for the Lord of the Rings trilogy, like lore. So if we can ignore the doom of Sauron eye that we're getting from being near this is portraying the giver of gifts and it what is it? It's an anator, an annotator, or I was always terrible at pronouncing these things. Yeah, showing the elves how to make the rings of power, and then you have the one ring above the 3 elven rings. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Aye.
There we go. Get some vision of that before everything goes to pot with all this dread that I'm getting.
It's like Anatanator, or it's something like that, isn't it?
I can't remember his name. Right. If you guys are ready then, we shall... Oh crap, I've aggroed it. Anatana.
Yeah, Anatana.
That's alright, it'll be dead by the time you tap bacon.
Yeah.
I was to say, you're going to come in and get the killing blow.
You're like going running over the queue.
There's a power folk that hasn't been murdered. I feel it's my duty to...
Thanks, I can't do this in combat.
Yeah.
You interrupted me opening a door.
Lol. It's distracting you.
Yeah. But obviously, since this was Eregion was Celebrimbor's kingdom, it was a kingdom during the Second Age. It's where Celebrimbor, the Ringmaker, kind of set up shop. This is where Sauron, in the guise of Ananator, the giver of gifts, kind of came
Ding.
and showed the elves how to make the rings of power. Now, they believe that he was kind of sent from Valinor by Eru or the Valar, but obviously secretly he was Sauron in disguise. The 9 rings given to the men and the 7 rings given to the dwarves were made with Sauron's influence as part of them. No, they weren't. The 3 elven rings were made by Celebrimbor and Celebrimbor alone, which is why the one ring still has domination over them, but less so because Sauron was not directly involved in making them.
He didn't put a backdoor virus into those ones.
What happened to the people owning the Dwarven rings? Did they get corrupted like the 9 kings of...
Not like the 9 kings of men. The 9 kings of men being mortal feared, tended to fear, want to avoid death, and thus became the Nazgul, the 9.
Yeah.
The Dwarven lords kind of went you've seen the third Hobbit where it's dragon sickness, where it's just gold. Some of them went fucking batshit crazy like that, yeah.
Right.
But overall, the Dwarven rings didn't really do all that much from what I remember.
No.
Because I know they mentioned in the book that they were either lost or destroyed or...
Yeah, at least 3 are confirmed destroyed by Dragonfire. The other 4 missing. At the very least. Thorin's father had the last of the Dwarven rings. He went missing.
Erebor.
Well,
G'day.
he eventually gets taken prisoner and held in the dungeon of Dol Guldur where he dies, but yeah. If we were doing the epic, we'd eventually see Gandalf go for a little sojourn into Dol Guldur and find Thrain, because it's from Thrain that he gets the map and the key for the back door of the Lonely Manor.
Yeah.
Which is why Thorin's all like, how came you by this? Because, as far as he knows, his father was the last holder of it, and yeah. Slight butchering of the law, but it's the general gist, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the 3 Elven Rings were made kind of in secret by Celebrimbor, and when Sauron found out that Celebrimbor had forged 3 Elven Rings, he was not happy.
Which is why he started making his own.
Well, no, he always planned to make his own. Essentially because the thought like were made using like essentially the same technique or whatever, like the bullshit of the One Ring still gains like dominion over them, but because it's One Ring, I rule them all, blah blah blah. But this is where you kind of like go like because like essentially Sauron then like laid waste to Eregion, destroyed it, and presumably killed Celebrimbor in the process, but this is where you go slightly off Lord, isn't it, Balin? You go, because Shadow of Mordor.
Shadow of Mordor, yeah, it kind of did its own little take on these events.
Yeah, because it shows that Celebrimbor isn't immediately killed by Sauron.
Mm-hmm.
He's instead like took back to Mordor, where Sauron tries to persuade and perfect the One Ring because it's not quite perfect because he isn't a master smith compared to Sauron, blah blah blah. And Celebrimbor like tries to take the One Ring, and Sauron bashes his face in with his own hammer.
What did the extended literature say about that time? Or doesn't it say much?
It essentially says that Eregion was like there was a war during the Second Age that destroyed Eregion. Elrond, half elven, kind of like wandered in a bit late. Kind of was just like, oh shit, tried to save as much as he could, and then like kind of set up in Lardris instead in the Hidden Valley.
I presume that was the start of the Great War between.
No. Celebrimbor kind of like gets killed at some point. Gil-galad kind of like has a sesh over, doesn't he? But he's late as well.
He owns 2 of the rings at one point, is it?
Gil-galad, yeah. He never keeps them. He never keeps them though. Keeps
No,
one.
he gives them to.
He gives one to Círdan, the shipwright, the Grey Havens.
Which is the one that Gandalf eventually gets.
Yeah, and then the one that Elrond. No, the one that Galadriel gets eventually.
No.
No,
the other one.
it's the one that Elrond gets.
Flop! Flop!
Sorry, she resisted my taunt.
Anyway, tactical self-heal straight away. Dun, 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 dun. I'm taking the archer, that's my problem. Come here, you bastard. If you want to fight me, then fight me. I will destroy you.
And that's the 3rd instance pretty much complete. There's a little bit of more like lore because it is an instance, an epic instance. There's a bit more afterwards up here. Lot spoilers, but
We'll have a lot more context this later, especially if I do the series for the epic story.
I have sacrificed much to be here, apparently.
Yes. Yeah. You're too late. Standard evil guy spiel. Blah 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 blah. I'm going to tell you all my plans.
Yeah, but initially Benji, Gil-galad did give 2 rings to Celebrimbor did give 2 rings to Gil-galad, the Ring of Air and the Ring of Fire. The Ring of Fire he entrusted to Círdan.
I will warn you, we have
Okay, no,
extreme dread right now.
Yes, I do.
So your morale pools is basically back down to me.
I know, I'm cowering. I'm trying to actually do something, but I'm cowering.
I can't save you because
I can't.
I'm
dead.
It's fine.
Yep. Benji's dead because
It's
I
fine.
no, but-
I'm busy
Yeah,
healing.
Alright,
Normally you would definitely do this with hope.
I will
just
come.
saying.
I will combat res you. If I can.
Go better.
Actually, no, I can't combat res you because I need to be the other tree. Lol.
But yeah, you
Fellowship-
really should be here.
Fellowship's heart. It went off, I think.
But then when Gandalf arrives in Middle-earth, he realizes that basically, he's going to need it more than. He's like
God
Gandalf's
damn
going
it.
to need it more than the shipwright does. There we go. That's it done. because now she just like force.
I'm just struggling. Behold the power of natural.
Which is like a lesser ring that was kind of forged afterwards.
You mourn the fate of Bellast.
Press F. And Gil-galad eventually entrusted the Ring of Air to Elrond. The Ring of Water, Celebrimbor gave directly to Galadriel, and she kept. Yeah. Again, these characters, you won't recognise them at the moment, and you won't until we actually look at the epics properly. Or, yeah. As it is, we more or less just came in here to show you the Forges itself. But, yeah.
You have a little cool bit of cinematic at the end.
Yes.
Blah 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 blah. You know, we're gonna go through this door and talk in peace, because they're totally not gonna follow us. You know, in 2 seconds once the stun wears off. Okay, so once Hal comes through, if we don't take any steps until
Apparently 4 of the dwarf rings are confirmed destroyed, and Sauron owns the other 3.
Yeah.
An interesting fact is Sauron actually offered to turn the remaining 3 surviving dwarf rings to Dane, the Lord of Erebor, before the War of the Ring breaks out, in return for information on where the One Ring is. And it's also...
but it's lost in time at that point, isn't it?
No, they suspect that Bilbo has it. Cause,
the War of the Ring, that's much like I was thinking around time.
But, yeah, they suspect that Bilbo has the One Ring, because by this point they've tortured Gollum.
Yes.
They want information on that, and if even in game now as well, if you talk to Gloin, at one point he mentions that
Bagginses.
that an emissary of Mordor had come to Erebor asking for information on Bilbo, and was turned away by Dane, who didn't without revealing anything.
Yeah.
Because they basically just did not trust Sauron, and for good reason.
Oh, cinema.
Now, Mordor, blah 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 blah. I can't actually read the quest text and turn that off. There we go. Thou shalt see for thyself. Look to the skies. Why did that come back on? Turn off the UI.
Mordred, baby.
Behold the power of Angmar. Mordorith, how is this possible? Foolish Amarfiel. My spirit is bound to the Witch King. It would take more than an elf sword wielded by a worthless ranger to defeat me.
Yeah, sure.
Although formless, my spirit remained in my master's service. In his dark city, I did something, but the quest checks changed. I knelt before him, seeking both forgiveness and permission to exact my vengeance. He bid me wait, wishing to see how his realm fared under your command. He was not pleased.
Understatement.
Seeing his growing displeasure, I entered into a pact with Mordrembor. In return for his betrayal of you, I would permit him to take Narchuil for his own. He readily agreed. Now, Amarfiel, once champion of Angmar, will you stand aside for Angmar's true lord? Stand aside, you fool! See the power of Narchuil reborn! Pew! It's Harry Potter versus Voldemort.
Yeah.
Your choice comes as no surprise to me. Indeed, the Witch King foresees all things. He totally knew you were going to do this. He knew regaining Narchuil would lead you into folly. Narchuil is powerful, true, but it holds no sway over me, so I'm totally going to shit in your face right now. My power flows from the Lord of the Nazgul himself. Now behold your undoing, Splish.
Critical.
Critical hit.
Aurelian Sol use all of it.
Mordrembor, your prize awaits. Thank you, my lord. I have long awaited this day. Allow me to relieve thee of my burden. Chop off your finger. Oh, kick in the head first, gangster beats. Cease thy struggles, wench. Chop! Off with your hand. Narchuil is mine. Good Good, my servant. Now finish your task. Finish her! As your command. Stay your hand! Lantern! I'm surprised to see you here.
Oh, come on, mate.
Aren't you
You're
dead
mortally
yet?
wounded. Yeah, you're mortally wounded. Come on.
Have you not failed your daughter enough? Your words have no power over me, Mordorith.
Oh, shotgun spoilers.
I remember when your armies routed Angmar on the fields of Fornost. I remember the brave king who foolishly rode to Minas Morgul and was lost. I remember when you were called Eärnur and were the Witch King's most hated foe. Silence! That name means nothing to me. Morgenbor, take his voice.
Just his voice, sir.
With great pleasure, my lord. You shall pay for what you have done to my daughter, beast. Ha! It is thou who has met that end. Falcon punch!
That was a terrible Falcon punch.
Namalef, only Dudachar. Splish. Father! No! What a touching scene.
I've been watching this.
Reasons. I could not have devised a more perfect punishment for you, Marfu. I leave you now, hopeless and broken. Let us go, Morgenbor. Hop on my fell beastie. I will give you a ride back home. Or you can do that.
Talk about he's good, he's out there. Well, we've just had like ridiculous amount of spoilers in this 5 minutes.
It's okay. No one's going to have a fucking clue what's going to go on. All they're going to remember is this funny accents.
What? Mordorith is the last king of Gondor? Fuck my life.
Who then shall replace him?
Dun, dun, dun. Press F to mourn. There we go. Reasons, travel.
All that she desired seemed within her grasp, yet her father's betrayal of the free
Cutscene as
peoples
well,
was
brilliant.
rewarded with a betrayal against her. Mordorith has returned, and Eriador stands on the brink of conquest by the forces of Angmar.
There's a lad.
It's like
As for Amathiel,
first, like, 40
what
books,
future
it's like,
awaits
oh, look,
her?
I think we did this actually wrong.
Her
Oh,
fate
Mordorith's
is
alive. JK, guys,
uncertain.
come back, kill him later.
Where did you guys go to? Oh, here.
We are in the arse end of the Trollshaws.
Oh, we've been all over that, haven't we?
Yes.
Yep.
In places where we don't know or give a shit about.
That's what lad.
But yeah, that's the third of the Tham Mirdain instances. So that's basically Eregion all done now. So
Get us out of here, Benji.
yeah, put us somewhere.
It's already gone.
He's,
Yeah, I
he's,
was
sorted
just
off.
thinking-
He's run
where
off.
it was in, I don't have the corresponding quest.
You don't have to tell Barunian.
I was curious
Oh,
which
no.
part of
Now you've done the terrible thing, Benji. You've given me a deed in my bloody log now
No.
that I have to finish.
not a
The
deed.
deeds of Tham Mirdain, deeds of the Trollshaws, like tell Barunian. Like,
Where do
get
you
me
want to
out.
go?
Get me out of here.
To civilization, Jeeves.
To a civilization.
So yeah, that's pretty much Eregion done. And next time we're going to pick up with Moria, which is probably...
He's gonna have picked Rivendell.
Oh,
Oh, I picked Bree.
yeah,
I expected Rivendell.
yeah, filthy elf.
Yeah.
I tricked you.
But yeah, Moria is probably my favourite region in the game, or at least one of them. It's pretty cool. And we'll do a nice 10 level chunk of questing in there, and then an absolute shitload of instances at the end of that, which should be quite fun. So until then, see you guys later.